I just banged the crap out of my knee right here, hard, like a loud noise. God, that hurt. Anyways, look at my knee, bro. That hurt, man. But you know what else hurts? The cameos are insane. The transitioning. Life hurts sometimes. Guys, I don't know why, but sometimes I literally have these like random thoughts of like inspiration and just wanting to like talk to you guys about life. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys. If you live in a first world country where you are given the opportunity to make as much money as you want, have arguably, not even arguably, I mean, relatively the most freedom you probably will ever have, and the choice of what you so desire to chase after, why in the hell should I listen to you about your problems? There's people all over that they have problems. Believe me, I know, and I understand. You know, people are gonna have problems no matter how fortunate they are or how much of a good position they're probably currently in. But yeah, man, I know I've said this millions of gajillions of times, so I don't want to keep trying to say it in the same fashion, although there's other ways that you could say it. It's gonna sound the same after a while. Look, I mean, I've said this millions of times. I'm getting older. We're all getting older, right? I look back and I'm 22, turning 23 next year, and honestly, I say to myself, truthfully, I'm like, damn, like, I really wish I could go back to 18 years old again, or 17 years old, and doing what I'm doing now, but more amplified and even more, and really pushing, because the only thing we don't have on us, even if we have all the money in the world, or the connections, or the opportunities, anything you could think of, right? Let's say it's all for you, you got it, you're all good and linked up and connected. You don't have time on your hands. There's never, ever a point in anyone's life where time is on our hands. We are always losing time. Time is always against us. Every time you have to articulate what you're doing, why you're doing it, and where you're gonna be at if you decide to do that at that time and place. I'm sitting here making this video and it's taking time away from the life that I have been given, right? And I'm only given this life one time, and I'm never getting this life back, at least that I know of, right? So unless I get fucking reincarnated into a fucking a frog, I don't fucking know, but you know what I'm saying? Like, we only get this life one time. And so I don't think people really understand this enough, or especially a lot of young people. They never really understand that time is precious. It's a precious thing. And we never know when we're leaving this planet. We never know how long we have on this planet. And so with that being said, we have to be very specific on what we do while we're here, because we don't really know what's going to happen, man. You know, and I think that there's a lot of people that they don't really care where they spend their time in. Whether it benefits them, doesn't, waste their time, benefits their time, they don't really care. And for me personally, I've always been the type of person, when I was younger especially, a very patient person, very, very understanding. And I'm still very patient, understanding, and respectful and all that stuff. But if there's one thing that'll take away that I don't have as much of a quality of anymore, is the patience. Now, it depends on what it is we're talking about, because that's obviously very circumstantial. But the reason why I say patience is because when it comes to patience, what does that equal? That equals time, right? For whatever it is we're talking about. Patience equals time. People who have more patience means they have more time to be reasonable with whatever the circumstance is for a set period of time. And I'm getting less patient as time goes on. Like, let me give you an example, because I know I'm rambling right now, but let me give you an example so it can at least like make sense for you. I don't know, let's say that you're in a relationship with somebody and they don't want to be with you all of a sudden, or they're being yes and no with you, mixed signals. You were with them for, I don't know, months, years, whatever. And all of a sudden they don't know if they want to be with you again or not, and they kind of sit you in a stalling situation where it's kind of like you're 50-50. You can't obviously move on because you don't really know what their decision is yet, or you can't really go back because you don't know if they're willing to go back or wanting to go back with you. In my situation, in my circumstance, if I were to be in that situation, I would be like, fuck this. Like, is it worth it? I really have to just evaluate it for myself, not even the other person, because Time is precious, and nobody in this world, whether it's in a relationship with a girl or a business partner or a friend or whatever, and you know, you reasonably evaluate the situation, and if they're having you wait for something unnecessarily or for an unnecessary amount of time, say fuck it and move on, go next. You got to look forward, you can't look back, or you can't stay still. If you look back or stay still, you're not going to make it out here. You're not going to fucking make it out here. You have to keep going forward. And there's little increments of time during those periods of going forward that you can sit there for a couple seconds and just evaluate the accomplishments that you've achieved. And you can sit there and say, damn, like, all right, maybe I'm not satisfied completely or entirely, but I'm proud. And let's keep doing this. Let's fucking level up, right? I love video games. Life for me is a fucking video game. Like, I literally used to play video games all the time when I was younger. So I treat life like a video game. It's all about leveling up, building your character, getting to level 100, prestiging, fucking restarting, but in a prestige 1, prestige 2, prestige 3, like fucking Black Ops, and fucking just become the best you can possibly be, right? Until you get to a point where you are fully satisfied. I'm just sitting here to say, like, keep going, man. You gotta keep pushing. If you don't keep pushing, then what the fuck's gonna happen, dude? You're gonna stay the same. And what's the point of life if there's no improvements? What's the point? Unless you're happy with where you're at, unless you're a fucking trust fund baby, I don't know what to tell you. Like, you gotta keep going. You gotta keep leveling. You gotta make something of your life that you're proud of, that when you get to an age of, I don't know, 60, 70, 80, 90, you could sit there and say, damn, like, I may be old now, but man, back in the day, I was something else, you know? And I did this, I did that. I helped these people out. I made this, I made that. And that's all we have to offer in this world after, man. When we're at an elderly age, we love to tell stories. We love to give people advice and to talk to them and to just give stories, man, story times. That's what we live for at that age, right? But before you get to that age, and I'm gonna sit here and assume that most of you aren't there yet, get that go-getter mentality started and chase after it, man. But yeah, it's your boy Kevin Diaz from Crew Aesthetics. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm fucking sitting my ass on the floor right now. I gotta edit, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's your boy Kevin Diaz from Crew Aesthetics, and we are out. Peace. I wanna see you guys pushing. I want you guys to be somebody, okay? If you're watching this, I fucking believe in you. You, right there. You in the camera. I'm looking at me right here, and I'm looking at you. I believe in both of these people. You got this. Keep fucking pushing. Peace.